Alright, well, this is a video reaction to uh, Fred Nachtwey's Photojournalism. Brother Meeker told us to talk about which was our favorite photo, how does photojournalism really affect people, and how, in what ways it does so. So what do you guys think? What was your guys' favorite photo? Or which one stood out to you the most?
Everything that was shown out, I don't think there's a favorite. They're all pretty.
Yeah, they're all pretty morbid.
Yeah.
So maybe which one impacted you the most?
Well, there was one of the kid lying down, and you could see his rib cage, and I just thought that was absolutely heartbreaking. I have such a passion for kids, and so seeing that, no one should suffer that, especially children. So that was messed up to me the most.
Yeah. One powerful picture that kind of stood out to me was you could see this person on the floor, and you could see a soldier facing toward the camera and everything. I just thought that one was really powerful. I don't remember what that one was about exactly, but that one stood out to me the most.
And I think the photo, or it was a couple photos that kind of stood out to me, was when he was talking about Iraq and how the Shias were able to go worship at that site for the first time in years. They were oppressed, and the picture of the Shias walking through the street and they cut themselves, it just showed to me kind of the power of a group once it's been liberated from oppression.
So we're talking about the
For me, the one picture that stood out was of the guy, I believe is from Rwanda, with the scars on his face. He just kind of shows what he had gone through up until that point, and just kind of the atrocities and whatnot that's going on in that area. Just over little things, whether it be beliefs, tribes, whatever.
Yes, the question, can the photos, the photojournalism affect the greater population to help others?
I think it did for that one person who lost his arm and his leg in a train accident, I believe. That picture was shown to a bunch of people, and there was a bunch of people who actually donated so that he could live he was able to live in a house, and had access to the basic needs that, for him to survive, him and his family to survive. And what Nachtwey said something about if people were shown this and stuff like that, then the generosity just comes out naturally. So I thought that was interesting.
That's what I was thinking was kind of a natural reaction for some people. The story wasn't written with an ending tagline saying it's donate to this place to help this person. He said the donations were unsolicited, and they just kind of came in out of the better part of human nature.
Well, I think that journalism can help, but it's important that you do it in a certain light. Because I think a good example would be, depending on which way you do it, you can either reflect or go against something. A good example being with the Iraq War. I'm sure the journalists that were following the troops kind of shook, just off of the stuff that they did, kind of showed more support for the troops and everything they were going through. Whereas someone perhaps watching, seeing everything coming from an Iraqi perspective would feel more sorrow and whatnot for Iraqis because of everything that the artillery shells and fighting that's on the streets. So I think that journalism is something that can be very beneficial, but just kind of depends on what light, so you're not taking a bias one way or the other.
You're kind of saying like the perception.
Yeah,
It depends on like the target audience, the perception.
Yeah.
Change.
And if you go down a little bit, it's sociology and social work.
What did you say this up to be?
5 to 10 minutes.
So we're good. Yeah, we're good.